Hello everyone, welcome back to this video on TheCodeBakery, and today we're going to be covering the USACO 2019 December contest for silver, problem 1, which is called MooBuzz. So I'll provide the description to this contest, or this problem, in the link in the description below, so you guys can check that out, and I highly recommend you guys first read it and try to solve it. So pause the video right here before you watch the solution. Okay, so hopefully by now you guys have read the problem at least, and also maybe try to give it a shot. But right now I'm going to show you guys the solution. So you guys can see that the numbers over here might get kind of big. So for 2 to 5 it's 10 to the 6th, and then it's 10 to the 9th for like the rest of the test cases, or could potentially be. So you can see that this might be pretty big, and simply just brute forcing it, as in finding out the entire sequence beyond 16 and seeing, okay, what is the nth number? By doing that, your solution will not work, because 10 to the 9th is extremely big and it can't be done in like a couple seconds. So we have to come up with a smarter solution. So first let's try to analyze our numbers here. I've gone up to the first 15, and we can see that we have 1, 2, and then x, which is just, the cow doesn't say a number there, 4, x, 7, 8, and we just continue the sequence. However, we can quickly see that if we continue this, we actually have a pattern. So this would be 16, 17, x, because 18 is divisible by 3, then 19, then another x, because 20 is divisible by 5, x, because 21 is divisible by 3, 22, 23, and you can see that clearly we have a pattern. These two aren't divisible by 3 and 5, so the numbers are said. Same for these two, but both of these are divisible by 3, and both of these, the numbers are said. So you can see that for every 15 numbers, the pattern repeats, and this isn't a coincidence, because actually it's every number that's divisible by 3 and 5 will not be said. So already there's a pattern, and if we take the common multiple of 3 and 5, 15, this is our pattern. Every 15, the numbers, these numbers that line up, will be said. So you can see that 1 and 16 mod 15 are both 1. 2 and 17 mod 15 are both 2. 4 and 19 mod 15 are both 4. So actually this problem becomes very simple, because we are able to easily find out a pattern as to the repetition of the numbers being said, and we also can quickly see that all these numbers in the column will be said. So this problem becomes very simple. So let's try to solve it now. Given a number n, we want to find the nth number that is said in this game. So we would essentially take n, and then let's see how many numbers are actually said every single in each group. Where this one right here would be like group 1, this would be group 2, and if the pattern went down, this would be 31, and that would be group 3. So in each group we have 8 numbers being said. So we would just divide this by 8, and this would give us which group we are in. Well, it would actually give us if it was 0 indexed, but this doesn't really have a big impact. So for example, the third number being said, 3 over 8, and we'll take the integer of this, which would be 0. So yeah, this one would be in group 0 right here. And then we will multiply this by 15. So now this will give us the start of that group. For example, if I wanted to find, like, let's just say I don't know, let's just say like the ninth number, this would be 9 over 8, so 1, and I should just say like int, or actually this would be the floor, 9 over 8 floor, so that's 1, times 15, and this would actually give us the end of this number, the end of the previous group. And now I would, because I know the pattern for each one, so for example, in each group, this would be the first number said, the second number said, the third number said, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I would just get this right here plus the ith number in the group. So plus n mod, so percentage in many languages, 15. And this would be the group number. So for example, let's take just, let's find the ninth number. Or actually this wouldn't be 15, this would actually just be 8. Because in each group there are 8 numbers. So let's try to find, or actually let's do the example that they have. They have the example of 4, so we take 4 over 8 floor, so that's 0, times 15, which is also another 0. Then we would take 4 mod 8, which is just 4. And then we can see right here that we would get this one right here, so 4, and then we would just get 7, which is in fact our answer. And let's just say that I try to get the 10th number, for example. This would be 10 over 8, so 1, then times 15, so 15, then plus 10 percentage 2, so that would be 2, and then I would get this right here. So I'd add that to 15, which would get us 17. However, there's actually one case that this might fail at. For example, let's try to get the 8th number. We would take 8 over 8, so 1 times 15 is 15 plus 8 percentage 8, so 0, and this would just come back to here. So then we would actually get 29, which isn't the case because it would be 14. So actually what we have to do is we would have to, this is the revised formula, is n minus 1 over 8. So then when we try to do the 8th case here, it would actually be 7 over 8, so 0 times 15, then plus n percentage 8, and this would be the group number. So now if we try to do 8, it would be 7 over 8, 0 times 15, which is just 0 still, and then we would get the 8th number over here, so that would be 14. And let's try to do something like the 9th number. That would be 8 over 8, which is 1 times 15, so 15 plus then 9 mod 8 is 1, so we'd go here, and then we would say that we would have the remainder of 1 here. So then we would get the number 16, which is correct. And we can easily just store what these values over here are by using a map. So for example, our map would store a key value followed by a value which the key is associated with. So for example, the first number would be 1, the second number would be 2, third number would be 4, and then we also have to make sure that because 8 mod 8 is 0 and we're trying to get the 0th number, that instead of storing 8, 14, we store 0, 14. Alright, so very briefly looking at my code, you can see that my code is not long at all, and it is like just barely over 25 lines. So you can see that we're just going to take in our number n, and then we are going to see, okay, which group it is in, using our formula that we created. So which group is this in? And then we multiply it by 15, because each group has 15 numbers, and then we're going to add it by some value in my map, which remember, a map contains of a key, which in our case would be the remainder, so like which number in the group it is, and then followed by the value. So for example, the first number would be 1, the second number would be 2, then the third number we would skip 3 and go to 4, and then the ninth number, or because the eighth number, remainder mod 8 will be 0, we just have the 0 be 14. And then we're just going to add this to our answer, and then we're just going to print out our answer. And that is the entire code. So thank you guys for watching this video on the Code Bakery, and I hope that you guys can watch more videos.